Welcome to my channel. Let's learn with Dipti. In today's session, we are going to discuss one more very important industry, that is a pharmaceutical industry. In this pandemic, the pharmaceutical industry and the research in the pharmaceutical industry plays a vital role. So let's discuss the penicillin making process. But before going for the penicillin making process, I want to give you a small introduction about the pharmaceutical industry, how they are working. Major of the pharmaceutical industries are working in a batch process. So what are the process involved in that? So the first process is your chemical process. Chemical process where all the binding for the medical capsules has been done. After that it is followed by the sterilization process. Sterilization is a prime important process of pharmaceutical industry. So we are also going to discuss that in detail. Later on, the packaging process. So the first two process, that is for the chemical binding process for the penicillin making and the sterilization process, we are going to see in this particular video. Please watch the video till end to get a complete idea about how the penicillin is making. Please write comments and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.
So this is a process diagram for the penicillin making. The first unit which we come across, your fermenter. Fermenter is basically a carbon steel fermenter having a capacity of 5,000 to 30,000 gallons. As you all know, in a complete pharmaceutical industry, the sterilization is a prime important thing. So even the fermenter is also sterilized. It is sterilized by passing the steam of 15 psig for 30 minutes. Then later on, the cool water has been passed and removed. So let's discuss the pharmaceutical penicillin making process. That the three inputs are being given to the fermenter, that is fermentation media, mold and air. The fermentation media is basically your corn steep liquor where its pH is adjusted. The pH is adjusted in order to take out the penicillin out of it. A mold, which is pre-prepared mold, is been given and air is given. So the fermentation media and a mold is added in a fermenter. It is kept inside the fermenter for 5 to 6 days and the temperature is maintained inside it is 75 degrees centigrade. After that 5-6 days, the 1 to 3 gallon per liter penicillin and mycelia is extracted. What is mycelia? Mycelia is nothing but the vegetable part of the fungus which has been extracted. The temperature is high enough, that is 75 degrees centigrade. So it is passes through the heat exchanger and it is cooled down to around 28 degree Fahrenheit. Since the mycelia is an unwanted part of the penicillin, so it is passes to the continuous filter, which is actually a rotary vacuum filter. After passing it to the continuous filter, the mycelia is extracted. But the thick penicillin is been passes to the continuous extractor. This thick penicillin solution is also termed as a beer. Now, the continuous extractor is maintaining the pH. How it is maintaining the pH? It is maintaining the pH by adding 10% of phosphoric acid. It is adjusting the beer pH to 2.5 value. Now, the amyl acetate over here is added in order to extract the penicillin. The raffinate, that is the layer containing the greater concentration of the feed liquid and a smaller concentration of the solvent containing the water soluble impurities of the sum of the solvent is passes to the solvent recovery section. This solvent recovery section, as you can see, can recover the amyl acetate and the waste material out of it. Then it is given to the penicillin extract, that is a neutralization tank. Okay, the neutralization tank it is where the buffer solutions are being added. These are all the buffer solutions which are been added over here. That is disodium phosphate, then the sodium acetate, acid phosphate, etc. Then the buffer solution which has been separated from the amyl acetate, it is given to the centrifuge. This is not just a centrifuge, this is a super centrifuge that is working for 15,000 rpm and the solvent is recovered that is amyl acetate is recovered. Since the complete amyl acetate is not recovered in the first section, therefore by centrifuge, which is basically a separator, which is a solid to solid or solid to liquid or liquid to liquid separator is there, so that will separate out the amyl acetate. Now the rest of the part, that is a penicillin, for the recovering purpose it is given to the continuous extractor. This buffer solution is given for the continuous extractor. Now it is given to the second set of the continuous extractor. The first set of the continuous extractor was here, and now the second set of the continuous extractor is given. In this, the chloroform is been added. Chloroform and amyl acetate is again a part of the amyl acetate is obviously will be there. So the amyl acetate and a chloroform base will be added. Then they are given to the solution tank. In a solution tank, the second extraction has been mixed with a solution tank, that is sodium hydroxide, okay, or the potassium hydroxide has also been used, okay. So this has been added there. The sodium salt of the penicillin is readily dissolved in the water. The sodium salt is readily dissolved in the water, and the separation of the liquids is accomplished by the supercentrifuge. So the separation of the liquid will be done over here in the supercentrifuge, and now the concentrated and a purified water solution is blown into the biological filters over there. With once it passes through the centrifuge, the chloroform has been extracted and it is given to the biological filter, where the growth of the bacteria, or if the some part of the bacteria is still present there, can be removed out. The resulting is the freeze and a dried penicillin is given to the freezer and a dryer. The reason is the growth of the bacteria can be stopped there, and it is one of the sterilization process for the penicillin, and the bulk penicillin is been extracted from this process. So this is the whole process for the penicillin making. This is basically a sterilization technique for the pharmaceutical industry. It is distributed as a physical and a chemical technique. They are basically distributed as thermal and non-thermal in physical, and in thermal, that is by mean of a heat, the dry and a moist heat has been given. In non-thermal, the ultraviolet radiation for the filtration purposes is being used. The chemical industry, the gas sterilization and surface disinfection has been used. So in all the pharmaceutical industry, the sterilization technique will be there, and this particular methods can be used, but depending upon the chemicals involved in that process, the sterilization techniques can be selected. For example, if I am using a simple tablets or making process, then a dry sterilization can be used, whereas for the different industry may use a different technique of doing it. Since it is a bulk manufacturing, the sterilization is a prime important thing.